I really wanted to update this condo bedroom and make it look modern and luxurious. So I took up the old flooring, created an accent wall, painted, and then got to work on the floors. I received Malibu wide plank flooring in French oak in the color Alturas. When I received the flooring, I allowed it to sit in the condo for a couple of days so that it could acclimate to my condo's temperature and humidity. In the meantime, I prepared the room for installation. I didn't have to worry about installing any underlayment or anything like that. These planks already had underlayment attached. Before getting started, I taped some spacers along the wall. Don't worry, these spaces will get covered by baseboard or cord around at the end and you won't see it. I started placing my first row of planks from the left side of the wall, with the groove side facing me. This is the way you need to orient the planks so that you can click and lock them into place in the subsequent steps. After the first row was installed, I was able to start the remaining rows. I started each row with a varying length plank to stagger the seams and create a more natural look. I also used planks from different boxes while I was working. This way I could make sure any color variations were distributed throughout the room, and that way it looked more natural. Here's my favorite part of this click and lock flooring. The tongue of one piece fits so smoothly into the groove of the preceding plank. Here's a close-up so you can see what I mean. I put in the long side of the plank, holding it at a bit of an angle, around 45 degrees. This way it fits right into the groove. You can kind of slide it back and forth and move it into place to attach it to the plank on your left side. For me, the most important part here is to try to apply even pressure along the board as I'm placing the plank in place. That way the tongue and groove are perfectly lined up. Then I slide it to the left side and lower it into the groove there. I can tell pretty easily when I have the plank properly in the groove and when I don't. Using the tongue and groove along the long end of the plank is easy, and it really doesn't take a rough hand or pounding it into place. Actually, if you pound it, you might damage the edges. The only place I do use the rubber mallet is when it comes to the short side pieces. The flooring does lock in place when you push it down, but the rubber mallet helps me make sure that it's really in there as securely as I'd like. In this particular room, though, the walls were not all straight. There are a few angles in this room, so there was part of the room that needed diagonal cuts. This ended up being easier than I originally anticipated. I just marked the boards at an angle, cut them, and they fit perfectly. I've used vinyl plank flooring many times in the past because it's great for DIY projects and easy to install, durable, waterproof, and scratch-proof. But this was the first time that I used pieces that were this size. These pieces were over 7 inches wide and were 5 feet long. I love the way the flooring looks like real wood. This color, French oak, goes perfectly with both the bright white baseboards and the dark accent wall. And here it is once the room is furnished. It really changed quite a bit. The installation was easy, and the plank length made for a fast installation. Also, the flooring felt good and was quiet. I hope you'll give it a try. It really is something you can do yourself and that truly changes the look and feel of a room.